I'm John.
I'm Justin.
And we're Daily Scrappers.
Alrighty. Where you guys from?
Tampa, Florida.
Born and raised.
Alright. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do on a day-to-day basis out while scrapping and, you know.
I go out and I pick up aluminum, steel, copper, anything that I can find. I cash it in at the end of the day. I pick up a lot that's got a lot of weight to it. And I got straps that I'll strap it down and cash it in.
Yeah, we cash in refrigerators, dryers, washing machines, copper. We do it all.
Okay.
So y'all are from Tampa. What part? Where you?
You know Evelyn City? Evelyn City is where I live.
Right down
and
here
it's
off
called
Nebraska.
It's called Nebraska. But it used to be
US
Evelyn.
41.
It used to be Evelyn City.
Evelyn City. I never heard of that.
Yeah, it used to be Evelyn City.
Okay. What year this was?
It was way back when I was born. But
So it's a part of Nebraska that was called Evelyn City?
Evelyn City is Patterson, where I live. But
what part of Nebraska? Like what area?
Nebraska
Old Civil Heights.
Nebraska is Old 41. This used to be a highway. So now it's Old US 41.
Right. I mean, that's my first time ever hearing about Evelyn City. I'm trying to figure out what part. Is it on the west side of Nebraska or the east side of Nebraska?
It'll be on this side.
This side.
This side?
Yeah.
Will it be past the bridge to Hillsboro or?
No. When you go up towards the bridge, right where I came from, you're gonna see Patterson. There'll be like a restaurant there.
Okay.
And right past that is East Patterson. All that is Evelyn City.
Oh.
Because it'll say on the water bill, Old Evelyn City.
So it was an incorporated city right there. It had its own little.
It used to be Evelyn City. And you didn't know, but Alpine didn't get their liquor license till after Prohibition.
So what was going on before then? They was just thugging it out?
No, they, from what I know is that they didn't have their liquor license right away, and then they eventually got their liquor license after so many years.
Gotcha.
So do y'all remember when they had the drive-in?
Yeah.
The drive-in over there off of Florida Avenue?
Off of Hillsboro.
Yeah.
No, the old drive-in used to be over here.
I don't remember
not
going to that one.
With the tower.
The water tower?
The water tower. That used to be a drive-in a long time ago.
Yeah, I never gone to that one when I was younger.
But I remember the one off of Hillsboro.
Yeah.
I used to go to that one, but I never went to that one. I was too young.
Gotcha.
I was born in '87. I was too young.
Oh, 87. How have this street Nebraska changed over the years?
Nebraska's got its ups and downs. I mean, every other day I'll see an accident, but either than that, I get along with my neighbors. I talk to them. They talk to me. I have the neighborhood app. If something happens, let's say gas lines break, they know what, they let every neighbor know what's going on.
So we see that you guys, because that's how y'all caught our attention. We saw someone stop and gave y'all some food. So is that common while y'all out here working? People help y'all out? Like, explain a little bit of that.
Well, there's a gentleman that usually drives by and he gives us a bag of food. But today a lady stopped and she decided to give us a bag of food just to give us a little food in our bellies.
Right, gotcha. I have a question. Are you guys twins?
Yes.
How is it, you know, being able to grow and glow with your twin every day?
Well, I'm 1 minute older than he is, so.
He was born first.
Did you say you're 1 minute older than he is?
1 minute older.
Oh, I can tell. So does that make you that someone
big
that you?
brother then, huh?
Yeah. You're in charge here.
Well,
Yeah, he was born first because our dad, he served 4 years in the Marine Corps.
Okay, tell me about that. Like, were you guys like military brats growing up?
No, I was.
No, our dad, he served in the Marines. He did Amtrak when he was in the service.
Okay, thank you for that.
For me,
Yeah, what were you about to say?
people have to pick their friends wisely. People have to know who they are. I'm going back 7 years ago, April 29th. My dad knew a friend of his that came to my house. He used to work with this fella. He worked with him at Tampa Rubber and Gasket Company. And this fella was the best hydraulic hose maker. I mean, street drugs is what took his money. Heroin is what did it. And he had a limited edition motorcycle, Harley Davidson. He sold it for $21,000. So he came to my house, walked in, says, "What are you doing here?" And my dad says, "What are you doing here? Being a Marine, never took a life in the service." And he says, starts down and starts mumbling. He gets up and parks the van in front of the Pontiac. Comes in the house and says, "Can I have a beer?" Okay. About 7 beers later and 2 shots of Fireball, stuff hits the fan. He starts pacing around my house, touching me, and he had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And he knew my 12 gauge. Didn't know how to use it. And as he's going around, he says, "Can I sleep on your front porch?" No. I knew he lived in Riverview. He wouldn't leave. And I knew he owned a garment. So he asked me to go get him a fifth of whiskey, and I told him no. Me and my dad told him no. He got upset over some $9. So I sat in the dining room. I'm sitting there, and my dad's not reading any of the warning signs. He gets up, and he says, "Well, can I make a phone call?" Okay. So he makes a phone call with my dad's phone, and the fella, he answers, his name is Mike. He answers the phone and says, "I'm not coming home." So, okay. So then he gets up and he goes to the storm door and opens it just a hair. Pulls out a set of keys that I didn't see to the van. And when he comes back, he sits down, and as close as you're standing next to me is how close he was on the couch. And he pulled out a Smith & Wesson Snell's revolver. And my dad looked at me and says, "What?" And he looks at Mike. And Mike puts this pistol right between his eyes and says, "Have you seen one of these?" And pulled the trigger point blank. My dad leaned over. He leaned back, hawking off rounds at me. And my dad says, "I'm not having this." So he leaned up, grabbed a Glock 40 and started shooting at him. And it was all over. He killed him in the house with a Glock 40.
So
And that was a friend of his.
Yeah, because I
He knew him for 20 years.
Because I looked down the barrel, I seen that round looking at me. I thought it was for me. And when my dad plugged him for the last time, that round went through the end table. He died 2 feet where he was sitting.
So there was a guy he'd been knowing for 20 years.
He
actually bailed him out of
He
jail.
worked with this fella. He knew this guy. Every time he got drunk, he rode his bicycle or drove his car and says, "Hey, could you bail me out?" Okay. I knew his past. I knew where he went. I knew the white supremacist gang. I knew who he used to hang out with. And his ex-girlfriend that he was with, he went over to her house and she was afraid that he was going to kill her. And he was in the house, she took off, and he's in there by himself with her, and he pulled out that pistol and let off 1 round while her daughter's inside.
And you saying all this started because he got on drugs.
Heroin is what took his mind.
And when the cops were calling, my brother ran out. He got grazed. The gun was stolen.
So,
Our dad got grazed.
well,
I was on the front porch when all this happened.
after everything was said and done, it was ruled out self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. He came
Gotta
in your
be.
house
But-
with the drama.
Yes,
My
sir.
dad got grazed here and here. I was grazed from here up behind my ear into the ceiling. And I was 9 millimeters of a second from that bullet hitting me.
What a blessing, though, because I'm glad you lived to tell a story. Some people,
Glad y'all still.
yeah.
We just
I was
like to share.
I was
Right.
standing when that round hit me. My dad told me to duck. I
To
didn't
tell you
duck.
the truth, my mother passed away last year, and she stepped in the room and actually looked through our dad and my brother and actually saved them.
Nice.
She was their guardian angel.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Hey man, so give that advice again. Anybody choose their friends wisely?
Hey, anybody who has anyone out there that has friends, pick them wisely, because you never know who's gonna be there. They may be someone that's not a good friend. Maybe put them 6 feet under. But they gotta know, if you're gonna hang out with good people, know who they are.
Right.
I hang out with church people. I hang out with anybody
Right.
that I know that I'm gonna get along with.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys, man.
Thank you.